she sorceresses. A list of the whores you'll help us find.
What's going on here?
Hands off!
Are you all right?
More or less.
And the drag...
Let's say it had a hard landing.
Did you kill it?
It's alive. You know I don't...
But Philippa's...
In time, we'll deal with her. You know that could be...
Let's get out.
I guess...
He's...
Waiting. This should... What happened here while I was gone?
All the kings had many more armed men than they should have had at a peace summit. During the evacuation, several skirmishes broke out. The Cadwenis clashed with the Temerians. The Order's knights raped 2 sorceresses and killed those who dared try to help them.
Do you think the Council and Conclave will survive?
Well, they're established, and that's the only thing that prevented a wholesale massacre. Hard to say if they'll survive, but for the time being, no one's got any better ideas. Mages are part of this world, whether people like it or not. They have to have their rights, their place. Otherwise, another lodge will arise.
Vernon Roach! Step away from the child.
She's of royal blood. Temerian. Too good for you, Horsens.
You're an outlaw, wanted in all the north. Hand over the child and perhaps the king will show you mercy.
I piss on Cadweni mercy.
Roach!
Triss! We can't let them have her! This is Foltest's daughter!
I've heard enough! Grab them!
I failed. Deathmold got away.
Triss needed my help. You know that. The Nilfgaardian...
What are you talking?
They kidnapped Triss. The Emperor dispatched the Kingslayers using the Lodge as a decoy.
Temeria is lost. Radovid and Henselt will divide it between...
It's not lost. Temeria will be reunited. Get the child out.
What about you?
I'm going after the...
A man of his word.
It's personal now.
Farewell then, White Wolf.
Farewell. Where's Yorvith? How's Yorvith?
Proud, I think. The reward on his head has never been greater. Those seeking the Scoia'tael hunters will be reinforced. The special forces throughout the North will receive more resources. The Council and the Conclave are assigning several mages to the task. Yorvith is now public enemy #1. They won't rest until they find him.
This is no place for witches.
True, though some...
And this time?
Let's say I have something to tell.
In that case, hurry. Once we're done cleaning up this mess created by the royal soldiery, Loch Muin...
Getting out of here?
Temporarily. We shall return soon enough to rebuild the city. Loch Muin...
So Radovid trusts you?
We shall win His Royal Majesty's trust by delivering Sheila de Tansarville and the other traitors.
That could take a while. Sheila's fled Loch Muin.
We have time. She cannot... Forgive me, I must attend to some matters. And don't...
There he is.
Wait for...
Geralt.
This is between me and him.
You don't have to.
I do. He knows how I lost my memory. Wait for me at the city gate. If I'm not there within the hour, leave without me.
Took you a while?
Is that bauble from Sheila's megascope?
Mm-hmm. My final prank. I switched the diamonds. The one in the megascope has a flaw. Minute. But just large enough to warp the teleport. The Emperor's magic theorists assured me the effect would be spectacular.
I let her escape.
You're heartless. You've no idea what the Royal Witch Hunters have in store for her. A lot of pain for a long time.
I don't doubt it. So, ready to lay your cards out on the table?
No matter the game, there comes a point when all the players need to show their cards. I love that moment. But first... vodka?
I suppose my throat's a little dry.
In that case, let's drink to old friendships. Recovered your memory yet?
Not entirely.
Remember how we first met?
Yeah, I saved your life. Couldn't think of a nicer way to pay me back?
Frankly, I couldn't. I mean, taking care of another man's woman, Yennefer. I can't fathom what you saw in her.
The winter solstice 1270. Midinvern, the night of magic. Letho wasn't lying, the hunt had stopped. At the Hanged Man's Tree, the spectral riders selected from among those they had taken. Yennefer was among them. A wraith cannot be killed, only driven away. Every Witcher knows that. Yet the riders fell beneath the blows of our Witcher's blades. Crimson blood flowed from under their dead men's armor. We could not kill them all. They were simply too many. A stalemate. He was different from all other elves. There was no shame in his gaze. He had never suffered persecution. He had endured no massacres. Humans had not taken his land. This elf was not of this world. He was an invader. We struck a deal. My soul for that of Yennefer. He agreed without hesitation.
Back with me, friend. Got the feeling you left for a minute.
Memories. Remember the Hanged Man's Tree and the Wild Hunt.
So, cards out on the table.
I chased you for lots of reasons.
Let's...
Tell me about Yennefer.
She was feverish for several days. Somehow she recovered. But even then she...
What then?
Well, the woman turned out to be quite a character. After you so nobly sacrificed yourself. We were in the heart of the Empire. And as I'm sure you know, Geralt.
So I heard.
So we set out. Wandered through the provinces. Everywhere we went.
Imperial Sea?
Mm-hmm. We were set. That's how I met Vatia de Rideau.
What happened?
I don't know. Never saw her again. The Emperor, those Imperial spooks have their ways. All I heard is that...
So she's in the Empire?
She was when I left.
How did you know where we'd find...
Every Witcher who wears the viper around his neck knows the place.
Know who they are?
From what I understand, there's some...
No Market Square mage could possibly conjure up a cavalcade of wraiths speeding across the sky. Then there's the amnesia.
Go ahead, enlighten.
There are a lot of legends and myths about it, but the Wild Hunt is...
Are you telling me you were carried up?
They may be ordinary in their world, but they're strangers in ours.
There's not a Witcher.
So you know there are other spheres. The most powerful... The elves we saw come from another world.
As they did for you. So, elves from another world, and there...
I've got an idea. How did a Witcher agree to kill humans at another human's bidding?
At the Emperor's bidding, Geralt. And he's no ordinary human. The rulers of the North come up to about where his Pauline's end.
Why?
Simple. He promised to rebuild the School of the Viper. Witcher's schools in the south fell into ruin. Besides Serret and Ox, I know of 2 other Witchers of the School of the Viper.
Why are you still here?
I knew you wouldn't give up. I knew you'd pursue me. I never saw you as a foe.
Care to tell me what...
Kill as many and you know what's incredible? No matter what the war's outcome, the North resembles a horde.
I'm done talking.
Want to fight?
Any vodka left in that bottle?
A swig apiece. Here. The Imperial Army is...
You're a fool, Etho. Both you and... But that's just...
I'm not your foe. I never was.
I've learned all I wanted to know. I can... Your death won't change a thing.
Just like that.
You going?
The Witcher had traveled far and wide in search of the Kingslayers. In Flotsam, he slew Bernard Laredo, but few mourned for the Commandant. Flotsam remained Temerian, while command of the garrison and town went to a Vizima noble, a sworn enemy of Kedwen and an avid angler. To this day, folk gather round bonfires in Lobenden to hear of the Witcher's deeds. The Witcher witnessed a great Kedweni victory in Edirn. At Vergen, Henselt's army crushed Saskia the Dragonslayer's motley force, ending the springtime of races. Soldiers of the Unicorn swarmed over the Pontar Valley. As it had before, powerful Kedwen swallowed Upper Edirn whole. Yet subsequent events would render Henselt's triumph short-lived. Dark clouds had been gathering over Temeria since Foltest's death. Stripped of its king, the land was like a rich cloth which nobles began to shred. These minor scavengers, however, scurried off in fear when true predators reached out for their prize. The summit at Loch Muin sealed the fate of Foltest's realm, when Radovid of Redania and Henselt of Kedwen divided it between them. Years before, Geralt of Rivia had witnessed the fall of the Council and Conclave of Mages. The summit in Loch Muin re-established both bodies, their founders sacrificing Sheila de Tanzerville and her accomplices. Yet Radovid also required humility and loyalty from the proud mages, but this did not sit well with all of them. It was a time of great uncertainty, of rape accomplished by royal decree. Yet as troubled as the days seemed, we, who had in some way shaped the world's fate, finally received some respite. Zoltan resumed the quest for his beloved's hand, and I laid my head in the laps of the muses. Who could have known this tempest which had ravaged the north was but a harbinger of darker days, and the preamble to an entirely new tale of Geralt of Rivia?